Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. In today's video we will be looking at a problem of chord forces known as flipping game. So this problem is based on Cadane algorithm which we saw in our last video. So the prerequisite for this video will be watching that Cadane algorithm. Okay, so let's start with the problem statement first. So the problem statement tells us that we have an array a1 till an and all the elements can have two values that can be either 0 or 1, and what we have to do here is we have to find I and j. So I and j will be a range. So what we have to do here is we have to find a I and j index, and on that ij we have to perform an operation called flip. So what I meant by flip is making 0 as 1 and 1 as 0. So this is the flipping operation, and I can apply this flipping operation only once. So I have to select only one sub array on which I can apply this operation. So this is our operation x equal to 1 minus x, which is same as this, and the goal is to find an operation such that it maximizes the number of ones. So if it was 1 0 0 1, we can apply that operation in this position. So 0 1 2 3, so I will be equal to 1 and j will be equal to 2, and now the number of zeros will become 4. So 4 is our answer, so we have to return this 4. Okay, this is what the problem statement is. Now let's look at the sample cases. So this is the first sample case and this is the second one. So in the first sample case we have 1 0 0 1 0. We can apply the operation of flipping in these two elements and we'll get 1 1 1 1 0. So these are 4 ones, so we'll return 4 here. And the second one is 1 0 0 1, which we discussed right now. We have to flip these two, and here we have 4 ones, so we'll return that 4 ones. Now let us see how we can approach this problem, how we can know that this problem is of Cadane's algorithm. So a few hints which tells that the question is of Cadane algorithm is as follows. So Cadane's algo. So first one is we have to find something from a sub array. Okay, that means if an array is given and we have to find a sub array, either the sum which we saw in the last video or here number of ones. Okay, so if we have to perform something on a sub array, it's more likely that we have to use Cadane algorithm. And the second one is we have to either maximize something or we have to minimize something. So in the last question we had to maximize the sum, and in this question we have to maximize the number of ones inside array. Okay, so these are two hints. I can say these are two hints which tells us that it is more likely that we have to apply Cadane algorithm on that question. So now we have taken care of that, and we will start with the question itself, the algorithm itself, how we can approach it. So let us look at an example from our side, which will be 1 0 0 1 0 0 and 1. Okay, so we know on selecting any sub array, let me select any random sub array. So I will take this one. Okay, I've taken this sub array. So on applying the operation flip on this sub array, whenever there is a 0, we are increasing the number of ones, and whenever there is a 1, we are decreasing the number of ones. So we can look at our array with this perspective, that whenever we have a 0, that is a gain, and whenever we have a 1, that is a loss if we are applying that operation. So let's take this sub array as a separate array and we can analyze this. So if we flip it, what we are going to get is 1 1 0 1 1. So here the number of ones are 3, and initially we had number of ones as 1. So 0 is acting as a plus 1, this is acting as minus 1, this is acting as plus 1 again and plus 1 again. So if we sum these all, we are getting a 3, so which is the number of zeros on performing this operation. So now we have done this. Let's see how we can code this problem. So first we have to input the size of that array, and then we will create a vector, let's say vector of integer arr, and I can give here size as n. Now we can declare a variable which will count the number of ones initially. So int ones equal to, initialize it with 0. Now we will take input of the array, and it will be auto it ampersand it colon arr. So this is a shorter way. You can do int I equal to 0 up till n and then input, but I'll prefer this one here. And what I can do here is I will take the input c in it, and then I'll count the number of ones. So for counting the number of ones, I can simply add this, because we know we have 1 and 0 only. So like suppose in this one we will have 1 then plus 0, so we will have the number of ones as 1, and if there was one more, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 0 plus 1, 2. So we are simply counting the number of ones. And now what we can do is we can change that element. And changing, we have seen that how we have to change is, if we have a 0, we have to make it plus 1, and if we have a 1, we have to make it minus 1. So let's do that. So if it, we can simply do this, no need of anything else, and we will make it is equal to minus 1. That means it is 1 and we are converting it into minus 1. And else we can do it is equal to plus 1 or 1, simply 1, right? So this is the case of 0 where we are converting it to plus 1. So now we have done that. First we can check if the number of ones is simply equal to n. We can simply return n minus 1. So in this case, if we have all elements as 1, we have to apply the operation once, and it should not be of an empty subarray. So in this case, if we apply operation on this bit, we'll convert it into 0, then 1 1 1. So it will have 3 number of ones, it had 4 number of ones. Okay, so we have to apply the operation once, so we will reduce the number of ones by 1. So we'll return that in the case where all elements were 1. So now we have handled that case, and we can move on further. Now I'll initialize another variable answer, which will be the answer of this question. I will initialize it to 0, and I'll keep one more variable x, let's say to 0. I'll explain why I have taken this x and answer. So for int I equal to 0 up till n, I'll take x and make it max of either 0 or x plus arr I. So what it does is it sees that, suppose if we had 1 1 0 and then 1 1 0 0 and then 1. So it checks that in a sub array, if we are having by performing the flip operation, we should never go to minus negative integers, because we don't want to reduce the number of ones after doing that flip operation. So this thing is keeping in mind that if we are getting a negative number, it makes it 0, and this we are trying to check that sub array, a particular sub array, is either giving us profit or not. So what I meant by profit is if it is greater than 0, so that means profit means it is increasing the number of ones eventually. Okay, so this is what it is doing. It will be more clear once I run an example on this one. And answer will be simply either maximum of this x or answer, and then we will come out here and return number of ones plus answer. So this will be our code. Now let's run this code on an sample case. So let's take the one that is given in the question itself. So we'll take 1 0 0 1 0. So let's run the algorithm and I will initialize everything. So first we'll convert it into profit and gain, minus 1 1 1 minus 1 and then 1. Now I'll take number of ones inside this. Okay, so 2 number of ones we had initially, and let's initialize x to 0 and answer to 0. Now if we run on for I equal to 0, let's take I equal to 0 first. So for I equal to 0, x will be either maximum of 0 or our answer which is 0, and then we will do a plus, and ARRI is minus 1 here. So we'll get either minus 1 or 0. So 0 is maximum, we'll get 0 here, and our answer will be equal to maximum of either 0 or 0. So which will be 0, there will be no change. So no change means we are not flipping this bit. So because there is no sense in flipping the first bit itself if it is set, because that will just reduce the number of ones. Okay, now for I equal to 1, so we have 0 there, so we'll write x equal to maximum of either 0 or 0 plus 1, which will be 1. Then answer will be maximum of either 1 or 0, so we'll get 1 here. That means we are flipping this bit. Okay, now let us look at I equal to 2, and our answer was equal to 1 and max was equal to 1 as well. Not max, x was equal to 1 as well. So for I equal to 2, I have, let me write it 1 0 0 1 0. So this is 0 1 2 3 and 4. We are right here. So now our x will be equal to either maximum of x, which is 1 plus 1, because this is eventually converted into minus 1 1 1 minus 1 and 1. So we are right here. So 1 plus 1 or 0, which will give us 2, and now answer will be equal to maximum of either 2 or previously it was 1, so it will change as 2. That means we are flipping this bit. Now on next example, for I equal to 3, x is equal to maximum of either 2 plus minus 1 or 0. So maximum of either 1 or 0, which will give us 1, and answer will be equal to maximum of either previously it was 2 or 1, so that means we'll get 2 here. So flipping this bit is not profitable, so we are remaining keeping this 2 as our answer. Now for I equal to 4, last element, x will be max of 1 plus 1 or 0, so here we will get 2, and answer will be equal to maximum of 2 or 2, so which will remain as 2. That means we are also not flipping this bit, so we get our answer as 2. That means on doing a flipping operation we could successfully convert 2 zeros into ones. So this is what it shows us, and now we can add the previous number of ones inside this, so which will be 2, and previously we had 2 number of ones, and this will give us a 4, and which is our answer. So I hope this problem is clear to you. The link of this problem will be given in the description below, and I would recommend that you first try this problem by yourself, and if you are getting stuck, you can check out this video, and the code solution code will also be provided in the description below. Thank you.